Hi everyone, my name's Rebekah from Angel Foods. Today's video tutorial is on decorating a cake in fondant using the mat. What to say about the mat? Oh my god, it's amazing. I can't wait to show you. Let's go play with some more cake. Okay, it's time. Let me introduce you to the mat. So I showed you the mat. It comes in this tube, costs $30 to $50, and it's literally just called the mat. So cake decorating shops, probably Spotlight, but online mostly as well. And it basically is 2 sheets of plastic that are specially manufactured for the purpose of rolling out fondant. So it is food safe, obviously. So it is literally just 2 sheets. It is large enough to roll out for big cakes, up to 20-inch square round cakes. The beauty of it is that you place your bit of fondant. So I've just pushed this fondant out into the circle, because I'm covering a circle cake. And then you place it in between the 2 sheets of fondant, in between the 2 sheets of the mat, I should say. And then it's completely cut off from air. It's no longer exposed to air. That is awesome. So air and water is fondant's worst enemy because air dries it out, and that's where you're going to get the cracking in the skin and the disastrous results, really. Once you're no longer exposed to air, you're going to have a better quality product. You're going to have a better finish. So you can flip it around and stuff as well, which is pretty cool. So let me show you. I've just pulled it over the edge of the bench so that I can lean against it and it's not going to slide all over the place. I grab my rolling pin, and you want to aim from the center outwards. So I'm going to use this part of the rolling pin. So I'm using just pressure in one area, which is easier than over the whole area, than over the whole piece of fondant. I'm just going to aim to do half of it, and then I'm going to flip it over. So if you roll out on the bench, you're adding icing sugar to the product, which is drying it out. You're exposed to air. You've got to work with it quickly. I don't have to work really quickly. I can leave this in here for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half hour. It's not going anywhere. So you got that leeway of working with it as well. But not only that, you can flip it upside down and you can choose from either side to have on the outside of your cake. So you can choose the best side. And not only that, it actually adds a little bit of a gloss. The mat adds a gloss or a sheen or a shine to the fondant, which is a really beautiful effect and very professional looking. So it saves time, has a better quality finish, less stress, win, win, and win, really. So I highly recommend it. If you plan on doing more than a couple of fondant cakes, I recommend the mat. But otherwise you can use the bench method still. And there is a video tutorial on how to do that. And it's just called Covering a Cake in Fondant. You can also actually roll your fondant out even thinner using this mat. And that's because you have more control over it, and because it's not exposed to air, it's not going to crack. So you save more money that way as well. So you can go as thin as 1/8 of an inch. That's what the mat application system recommends. So if you're using a good quality fondant, yes, but 1/8 of an inch. So this was a kilo of fondant that I'm using for this cake, which is an 8-inch round cake, which is 4.5 inches high. So once we had the cake and the 2 layers of ganache plus the 3rd layer of ganache on top, it does end up being 5 inches high. Fabulous. All right, I think we're nearly there. So you can check the thickness just by popping your hand under and feeling. That feels pretty good. Could do it a little bit thinner, but I don't think I'll play around with it too much. So you've got to make sure it's the right size that's going to fit your cake under there, and it will. All right, so now I'm going to cover the cake right now for you. I'll get rid of this rolling pin. And what you want to do is set up your space a little bit that you want to have your cake right beside you. And we're going to peel off one of the sheets of plastic. I'm going to pop it straight on. So I'm going to do it quickly because once it's exposed to air, that's when I want to work quickly. I'll just check both sides to see if there's one that I prefer that's prettier, but they both look pretty good. I've got my tools to the side as well that I'll be using. All right, so you peel off the top layer of the mat. And you pop him to the side. Then watch this. How awesome is that? So it's attached to the mat. It's not going anywhere. So you don't have to be on the bench quickly moving it around. So you hold it up and it's going to stay there until you tell it to come off. And when you do that, so you aim for the cake, flip it over. I'll just move it into the center for you. And then for it to detach, when you peel it back, that's when it knows. And it just falls off with gravity. So just do it slowly so you're not tearing at it. And there's a beautiful, just pop that to the side as well, there's a beautiful gloss or sheen to that. I don't know if it shows up on the camera, but it looks amazing already. So you use your fondant smoother on the top first, and this is to remove any air bubbles. I can see some air bubbles under there. So you lift the fondant up so the air bubbles got somewhere to go to, otherwise you're going to trap more air bubbles. That's looking good. All right. That looks really good. All right, now we're going to do the sides a little bit quickly. So you're just using the curve of your palm and you're just going a little way down. You're just going about 1 inch down maximum. And you keep lifting it up. So you can see these pleats that form because it's a circle, and that's normal. But what you need to do to get rid of them is called fluffing the skirt. So you just keep picking it up like that and you're going to encourage it into the right shape without forming any creases. So again, picking it up, fluffing the skirt. We're only going down about 2 inches. And then we'll come back around and we'll go down 3 inches. Fluff that skirt. Get rid of that plate. All right, now we'll go down to 3 inches. So this does take a little bit of patience. It does take a little bit of practice, in all honesty, for fluffing the skirts, but you can fix it. You can add decorations on top of it later if you do make a little boo-boo. Like that, I just put my fingernail through it a little bit. That's all right. Just be careful of your fingernails. All right, I'm down 3 inches. I'm going to go down 4 inches now. All right, I'm right down to the bottom there. And then I'm picking it up again, fluffing it, so I got no pleats, no folds in it. So it does stretch it a little bit when you're doing that. It does pull it out a little bit. So you don't want to be too thin so your stretching doesn't make it crack or split. And then you've got this excess. And this excess you can use. We're going to cut it off shortly and you can use it again for something else. But you always got to have more than enough when you cover a cake. You can't have exactly the right amount. You've always got to have excess. So we'll probably end up cutting off probably 200 grams of fondant. So it's about $8 worth of fondant to cover this cake. All right, all the way down the bottom, there's a little bit of a pleat and fold there. Just encouraging it back to one piece. All right, and I'm doing this one on the turntable as well, and you can see how quick it is on the turntable. Fabulous. All right, so we're going to grab our fondant smoother again. We used it for the top, and now we're going to use it for the side. So it's an up-down motion that you want, and it's kind of, we're encouraging the fondant and ganache to glue to each other. Fantastic, and then you just smooth it around. So we're virtually done. We've got a little bit more to play with yet. Beautiful. All right, I'm so super happy with that. Thank you so much for watching our video tutorial on covering a cake in fondant. I hope you enjoyed it. It was lots of fun. My name is Rebekah from angelfoods.net. Did you know Angel Foods is franchising? We've got free information packs available at angelfoods.net. This is a business opportunity where if you want to work from home, if you want to make money, and if you want to live the cupcake dream, this is for you. Also, you can check out Angel Foods on Facebook, and please like us. Thank you so much. I heard this morning that there are 3 C's in life: choice, chance, and change. I would like to add another C to that: chocolate. Just saying. Choice, change, and chocolate. Nope, said that one. Choice, change, and something else. Chance, choice, and change. That's right, I didn't like that one anyway. I heard this morning, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm cool. Sweet as. 3 C's in life. Thank you so much for watching. And thank you very much. Please come again.